Alright, let me keep this intro quick because trust us, there is a lot to show you. So behind me is the house we've been tirelessly renovating for the past 5 months.
Felt really nervous at first, but now I feel fine.
And let me tell you, we have come a long way since we first got those keys. But there is still definitely a mountain of work to be done in this house to make it a dream family 4-bed home.
How exciting! In this episode, we are diving deep into some major transformations. We're ripping out a chimney breast.
Like, imagine if you slipped down there.
Re-rendering the exterior wall.
It does feel good just slapping some stuff on something.
Installing underfloor heating and showing you the tiles we've chosen for the kitchen diner extension.
So excited.
Also, Nikki wants me to tell you this is going to be the bougiest kitchen that you've ever seen.
And if you've been following along for a while now, then you would know that we built this extension brick by brick, all by ourselves. So excuse the bags under our eyes and the wrinkles creeping in because we are absolutely exhausted.
Knackered.
But here's the thing, we are pumped to show you how far we've come.
We're going the whole hog today.
And we almost forgot, there is some massive news about our planning permission that we've got to update you on. Trust us, you don't want to miss it.
So if you want to pick up a thing or two about DIY skills, or you just want to watch us muddle around with this project,
You starting in this corner?
then make sure you stick around for this video and you subscribe. Anyway, let's get on with the episode.
Let's go! We've got a very exciting but very daunting job on our hands today, and that is removing this chimney breast behind me here. It takes up a lot of room upstairs, and it's going to mean that the second bedroom up here has a lot more space. So let's go up on the roof and let's have a look at how we're going to crack this job out. Take it down from the top, not from the bottom, otherwise you're in trouble. Got a new game plan for getting these bricks down because it's going to take too long doing it like that. We're going to set up a nice base for it on the new flat roof we've built, protect it with some tarp, get some OSB down, roll it onto that nice and gently.
I think a fundamental bit of information that Harry left out in that mini intro is that we did invite a structural engineer over last week at the cost of £200 to examine the chimney and tell us what we could and couldn't do. And luckily, just as we thought, he explained that this is a freestanding chimney, which is not tied into the top half of the building. So we were free to take it down from the top until the middle of the 2 floors. So that is what the boys are doing today.
Like, imagine if you slipped down there by accident.
You ain't fitting down there, your head will barely fit in there. Your ears will f***ing stop you.
We're going to play a very quick game of can you guess Alfie's boxer's colour this week. Here it goes, put your guess in the comments. Everybody shout out what you think.
What? Are you being so secretive about what you were saying?
We're playing guess the boxer colour this week. If you went for pink, you are the winner! Alright, so we're at the stage with a big hole in the roof. It's time to go start tackling this from the inside. Alright, now it's officially time to make that big hole that we currently have in our roof watertight, or somewhat watertight. Please do ignore the massive pile of bricks behind me. It's ridiculous how many have come out of this chimney breast. You never think it's going to be that much, and then, bam. Do you want screwdriver and screws first, or a tile? It's another day on drilling today and we're flying through this chimney breast, which is great news. And that's because I've got 2 friends helping today. We've got Alfie round again and we've got Manva here. So he's moving bricks, me and Alf are drilling them, and we are flying. It's like a well-oiled machine today. Let's keep this progress rolling, baby. grind does not stop there. Now we've got the rubble down to the ground floor, we've got to get it out back. It's a lot of moving material today. Labor Day, baby.
And you're probably wondering, what on earth are you going to do with all this rubble? And actually, this is going to be used underneath our patio as hardcore crush, something that actually is quite expensive for what it is. So this will save us a nice little chunk of money when we come to patioing. But anyway, look how much room has been freed up now that the chimney is gone. Thank you, Alfie and Manbit, for working so hard today in the dust and filth to help us get this job done.
Is dry, which is crazy.
We've got so much exciting stuff going on this week that we've probably already mentioned in the intro.
Probably.
But we've got that chimney breast coming down, we've got this kitchen diner coming together, tiling maybe underfloor heating,
Maybe, perhaps,
who knows,
if you're lucky.
if you're lucky. People actually told us when we asked in the comments of the last video what we can improve on. One of them was to stop doing these weird voices, but we can't help ourselves, okay? We do go a little bit insane sometimes.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's paint some walls. Let's get that satisfying painting montage on.
Yeah.
And just watch us look the creme de la creme. Anyway, let's go.
Let's get a painting.
Actually, no, I'm not putting my face up close to the camera. Let's go. You starting in this corner?
I think yeah.
I'm going to start on ceiling.
Now, this first coat of paint we are doing is called a mist coat, and this is where we mix a ratio of 50% white paint and 50% water.
Also, so many people commented worrying that we haven't put any insulation in the whole roof. We have. This is a warm roof, and then a couple videos ago we showed you how we insulated it from the top. We are DIYers, but we are not cowboys. We have insulated the roof.
We ain't crazy.
We're not crazy. Right, the mist coat is done, and now we're going in with the brilliant white thick paint. Don't know if you guys remember, but when we did the 2 bedrooms that we live in right now, we used this special paint which is ultra coat, which basically means you only need to put 1 coat of paint on. It's so time saving. It's 30 quid for a massive bucket, so it's about the same price as paying for 2 buckets of normal paint for doing 2 coats. Enough said, let's get on with the painting.
For any newbies that don't already know, this room we're in right now is our extension, and we literally just built this over the winter. This extension is going to be our kitchen diner, which is coming next week, hence the rush to get this painted and ready to go. Unfortunately, our external doors and bifolds aren't coming until 2 weeks' time, the week after the kitchen's coming, so we do have to board these up overnight, or when we're not doing work on the extension. Now this side of the room is looking very ready for a brand new kitchen next week. I actually cannot wait.
Right, we're officially back on steels, which is an exciting time. Structural work, steels, basically holds up the floor above, doesn't it?
You let me know if you just want me to take the whole thing in a bit, if you want a break.
We're just going to lift this side up and just lean it
On that padstone.
on that padstone.
It should be alright, it should be alright.
It's not going to, it's going to move.
Nah, we're going to lift it onto it and then we'll see what happens.
I mean, it might be.
It might be, but I don't really know, but we haven't got that set in
We can take
here.
the padstone out maybe and then just lean it in the gap.
Yeah?
For now, yeah.
I'm in the upstairs room of the house and I found some documentation in the like kind of loft area, and the guy who lived here before in the 70s has a brochure for luxury showers and bathroom fittings, and it is so old-fashioned. They've got avocado green fittings, and it's funny because he actually chose these pieces because we ripped these out of his bathroom a couple months ago, which is so crazy. It's funny how like the vibe back then was like Hawaiian, and like it must have been the in thing at the time to have like a Hawaiian themed bathroom.
This steel in the plan actually lines up exactly with a joist. So the plan is to shave this joist down a little bit so that it sits in between the steel and can be held tightly in place.
Okay, so the logic now is to slot the steel around this beam so that the timber joist sits inside the steel, and then we're going to get an acro to hold that steel up, make sure it's level with the spirit level, and then put a padstone under it and build up to it so that it stays exactly where it is.
What is it, Alps?
That is bob on, that is.
Oh yeah, that's what we like.
And since the steel is bob on, it's time to get this padstone in place and nicely wedged to hold this steel up where it needs to be. Now that is 2 steels done, and we have 9 more to go.
You guys may or may not remember that last month we installed our Reolink home hub kit, which included 2 Argus 4 Pro cameras, 2 solar panels, and a home hub system. And this setup has been an actual game changer for us, because living on this building site, feeling safe is of paramount importance. This all-in-one security system comes with encrypted local storage, meaning your footage stays private and secure without needing a cloud subscription. It includes a 64GB micro SD card, which can be upgradable to 1TB so that you have got so much storage for all of your recording footage, which also means no rising monthly payments for storage. Managing all of our cameras is an absolute breeze with the Reolink app. We can easily view live feeds,
Hi guys.
playback footage, and customize alarm notifications, all from the palm of our hands. And when any camera detects motion, the home hub system triggers a multi-layered alarm, meaning we get notified no matter where we are. The amount of animals we catch rumbling through our garden at night is crazy. We've actually got some weird little goat thing wandering around, but I don't really know what it is. Plus, you can take advantage of a time-lapse feature, meaning you can kind of see all of the progress you've done throughout the day, or just catch a beautiful sunrise on your camera. And if you're looking for clear footage at low light, this home hub system allows you to see in black and white night vision. So you can see everything clearly even when it's dark outside. Setting up this system was super easy, even for beginners, and you can add up to 8 cameras to your setup if you need more coverage. Plus, the home hub is compatible with smart systems like Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Home Assistant for easy integration into your home. So if you guys are thinking about getting a Reolink home hub kit, then now is the perfect time, as they have a spring sale on at the moment, which means you can save 35% off by using the link in the description below. Go get one, guys, they're actually wicked.
We are back in the extension, and a couple episodes ago we asked you guys what your thoughts were on underfloor heating, and so many of you guys said that we should do it and that it was a game changer for you and your home renovations. And quite a few of you recommended a brand called WUNDA, who we have since reached out to and have asked if they wanted to work with us. They have kindly gifted us this underfloor heating in return for us showing you how we installed it. Now, this underfloor heating is meant to be very DIY friendly. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, now the floor is prepped. The document that I found on WUNDA's website is now saying that I need to fit the perimeter strip, which looks like it's this yellow thing here. Let's go.
So we are using WUNDA's rapid response system, which can be installed over existing floors with minimal disruption. The rapid response system comes in either 20 or 16mm thick panel boards that are placed on the original floor foundations. Not only does it make no noise when it's working, it is also energy efficient.
Okay guys, so that is officially all of our underfloor heating mats laid, The WUNDA map made it super easy to lay all of that stuff. We just followed the exact graph they'd given us. Anyway, that is all the mats laid, so it's time to do the pipes, which is the exciting bit and kind of crucial in underfloor heating, I heard. Anything to add, guys? Here we go, now we're cooking the gas. Just follow out like this.
Inserting these pipes really was the fun, satisfying bit. All we had to do was click the pipes in place within the panel poured grooves and we were good to go.
So that is one zone done. We've got 2 zones on our underfloor heating setup because it means that it's going to heat the room up quicker and distribute the heat evenly. So it's time to start on zone 2. Let's go.
As mentioned earlier, WUNDA offer all of the guidance we could have needed, with the delivery coming with a plan for our flooring and QR codes on the side which would take us to all the how-to videos we could ever need. Not to mention their website also has a whole section on how-to videos, so we felt very well prepared.
Go on then, give me your thoughts on the underfloor heating.
So firstly, super easy to lay. Like, didn't take very long at all. The board to show you exactly where to go, which was really good. Putting the pipes in took about half an hour.
Alf, good setup?
Good setup. Yeah, happy.
Now we're just waiting for the plumber to come on Friday because he is going to put all these pipes into the manifold and then attach it to the boiler so we can get some underfloor heating on Friday.
It's worth mentioning at that point, I think it's always worthwhile checking that you've got no leaks or anything while it's all uncovered before you tile it. So we're going to be patient with the tiles and wait till Friday afternoon. So what other jobs can we get on with? Let's find out.
I also just wanted to take a quick second to say thank you so much for your comments on last week's video. We went in asking you guys for sort of things to improve on, and I'm not gonna lie, I set myself up for some like really negative comments because I know that's kind of the way to improve, but you guys came back with the nicest stuff, basically saying that, you know, you like it how it is and if it's not broke, don't fix it, which is kind of true, I know what you're saying. But it was just really heartwarming, and I actually got a little bit emotional on Sunday because so many people were just so appreciative, and I just can't believe that so many of you watch it and enjoy it, so thank you guys. I still think microphones would be a good solution to some things, but yeah, that's something to be explored in a little bit. On another note, planning permission. So I don't know if you guys knew, but we put in planning permission a while ago for the extension, and we got that approved like a month or 2 ago before we did the extension, obviously. With that first set of planning permission, we didn't put 2 dormers out the front. So we had all of the 2 bedrooms upstairs and 2 en suites, but we just didn't put the 2 dormers in because, I don't know, we just weren't thinking that it was going to be possible. But since we've done the extension, we've got a little bit more confident, and we're like, you know what, let's put some extra dormers in the front just to get that real housey look. And it also goes really well with the setting of West Berkshire, so we put that planning application through and it got accepted this week. So it means we can start the dormers whenever. But yeah, exciting times ahead, and I just wanted to keep you updated with that because it's nice, fun news for us, and it means we are actually going to have 2 beautiful dormers at the front of our house. So yeah. Welcome to the wall.
Welcome to the wall, and what a beautiful day we've got. It's actually shorts weather and t-shirt weather today, so
Yeah.
these jumpers are going to be coming off pretty quick.
Yeah.
But we are on to another job today. Now, you might remember in our front garden, we've come an awful long way from when we got here. We've built parking, we've built 2 massive retaining walls, and then we rendered these 2 walls. Now, we rendered one on one day and one on the other. And the one on the first day was rendered in a night where it didn't get below freezing that evening, and the other one, it froze and frosted that evening. Now, that created massive chipping on the wall where the moisture got under and then froze.
Yeah.
So we've peeled off all of that chipping so that it doesn't kind of fall off. All of the loose bits are off, all of the hollow bits are off. And it's time to get our rendering trowels back out.
Now we're using some pre-grit to start, and then we're going to go in with a scratch coat and a full-on render coat as well. We're going the whole hog today.
Because if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing properly.
Baby, you say it again. Louder for the people in the back.
Let's get on with some rendering. How do you feel about it? Are you feeling good?
I honestly haven't even thought about it. I'm thinking sunny day, pop a podcast on, enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
On that note,
Let's enjoy.
let's enjoy. Let's go.
Bye.
Come render with us.
Bye.
Do you want to start these bits?
We just just love the colour red, so we're just painting this actually. It does feel good just slapping some stuff on something, do you know what I mean?
So if you didn't already get my sarcasm, this red stuff is an exterior pre-grit, which helps repairs on outside rendered walls. And this only took about 20 minutes to apply. But now the easy bit's done, it's time to get some muck made and scratch coat this big boy.
Heyo. No, not really, on the way.
I wish we were.
Right then, what are our thoughts on this bright red wall? Personally, not too keen. So let's start rendering, baby.
Just as an FYI, we're not only rendering this top wall, but we're also re-rendering the pillars on the bottom wall because we really do want these looking as sleek as possible. And since this first coat is a scratch coat, I'm going in with this little toothed tool to create scratches on the wall so the second coat will adhere to it better.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Good?
I'm feeling hot.
Boiling?
I was not expecting it to be this hot.
No, neither.
Now the big walls are always the hardest part to render, because it's a big arm workout getting the muck on there in the first place.
I think this potentially lands us on muck load number 4 of the day. Rendering is knackering.
That's 5. I've
5.
done 3, you've done 2.
Wow, physically it's knackering and you're just moving so much muck with your hands and lifting it and you forget how tiring it is, but satisfying.
It's very satisfying and I'm feeling pretty good because we kind of realised the consistency we need now is a little bit wetter than we originally thought, so we're on the right track.
Wetter the better.
The wetter the better, yeah. Disgusting.
Anyway, let's go.
Taking that down.
Now this second coat really is the coat that matters. This is the coat that you will see the finish of. And once this has dried a bit, we will be dry floating and sponging the walls down. But for that process to go well, this second coat of render has to be decent.
Okay, so we've left it a good couple of hours now. And it's probably still a little bit too wet to start floating it. But if we leave it till the morning, I think it's going to be too dry to float it. And I think we'd rather it a bit more wet and workable. I know probably a lot of you plastering experts, rendering experts are going to be cringing at this. But I think it's the way we're going to get the best finish with the situation we're in. So let's float this up and see how we go.
This floating is a really hard job because it takes a lot of elbow grease. But if it's done well, it really can get that wall looking so much better and blended in.
We're getting dark pretty quick here, so it's time to sponge her up. Let's go.
Now, sponging is really the satisfying last step, where you get a wet sponge and go over the whole thing, making it look seamless and brushing out any dodgy spots. I know the lighting is getting a little bit too dark here, but we are super chuffed with the results of these, and hopefully we can get that big main wall to a similar standard.
Right, let's call it a day, see where we are in the morning.
So the next day, Harry cracked on with this big wall all by himself, whilst I sat inside and edited this video you're watching now. A very big job to do by yourself, but he really got into his groove.
There is a life I lead in this city.
Okay, do not be mistaken. That time lapse might have been sped up a lot, but that has been a whole 5 hours work. It doesn't look good yet, but this is the part where it starts to look good. Physically exhausting. Plastering and rendering, did you know? Hats off to all of you plasterers and renders watching this, because you guys are the real champs. Anyway, let's get this wall looking nice.
So it was getting late again, and Harry was worried he wouldn't finish buffing this wall in time for the end of the day. So I came out for a couple of hours and finished the job with him. It's crazy how big a job can feel when you're attacking it by yourself. Now this wall is looking so much better than it did before, and I think with some capping, some climbing greenery and a nice creamy paint over this render, it's really going to look the part.
Are these the prettiest tiles you've ever seen?
Oh, it's actually really nice seeing it in the light here.
Are they nice?
Oh, they're perfect.
They are literally, it's the perfect tile, and we spent ages looking for them. And to be honest, we couldn't find, like, there's not many options online for like these
No.
like farmhouse beige
Porcelain tiles.
sand tiles. So we'll let you know where it's from next week,
Yeah.
because we needed that recommendation,
We
to be
really
honest.
did.
And luckily someone did tell us where they do them. So want to see it on the ground?
Yeah, let's see what they have. Oh, that looks so nice. I'm really glad that it's yellow, as I was worrying it was going to be.
Yeah, it's not. It's
like Perfect.
really creamy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. That's going to go so well with our muscle cabinets. Yes! I'd say that was a pretty productive week, would you?
Well, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was quite productive. I'm disappointed a little bit that I couldn't start on the tiles. I always get this though. I wanted to tile, and then we kind of had a debate whether tiling before or after would be better, and we went with after.
Yeah, it needs to, I think, you'll all agree in the comments, I'm sure, that you need to tile after you put the kitchen in.
I don't know.
We didn't really realise this.
I'm still pretty torn.
Are you? But Alfie said that he's done loads of tiling in loads of kitchens, and he said he has never tiled a kitchen before the kitchen's in. So we're going to wait for the kitchen to come.
It makes sense because then you can tile up to the kitchen nicely and like stuff like that.
And we are having our kitchen next week, which is crazy. And something worth coming back for next week. If I was a viewer, I'd want to come back.
Definitely, it's going to get crazy exciting because when the kitchen starts going in, it like starts looking like a real kitchen.
It does, a real kitchen.
Hence the name.
Kitchen. Anyway, we hope you're having a lovely Sunday if you're watching this on Sunday, and we will see you next Sunday.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.